In this video lesson, we'll learn about how to convert one type of organic compound into another organic compound. I'm going to deal with a series of such type of conversions which are very important from the examination point of view. These set of conversions are required not just only to face the board exams but also for facing the entrance all as well. So let us go by one set of conversion. Let us see how to convert ethanol to 2-butene, otherwise also called but-2-ene. As you can see here in the given organic compound, there is OH group which is indicated by OL, and eth stands for 2 carbon atom. So what would be the structure? CH3, CH2, OH. We can as well also write this as C2H5OH. So this is the structure of ethanol. So it has to be converted into 2-butene. So how will that be? Butene means the root word but is there, so that means the organic compound is containing 4 carbon atoms, and it is ene, that means alkene, that means the given organic compound is containing double covalent bond, and that is present with respect to second and the third carbon atom. So we can number this structure either from our left to right or else from our right to left. Still this structure is going to take the name as 2-butene because this is a symmetrical alkene. So let us see how exactly we can go on with this type of conversion. Let us think how to convert ethanol to butene. In case of ethanol, as we have understood, it is containing only 2 carbon atoms. First step is to see to it that we will be converting the 2 carbon atom compound into 4 carbon atom compound. That means we have to carry on the process of ascent of series. For that to happen, we want an alkyl halide. But in this case, we have alcohol. So the first step would be to convert alcohol to an alkyl halide. So that can be done by treating it with an halogen in presence of red phosphorus, or else the same kind of a conversion can also be brought about by treating alcohol with an hydrogen halide. Either of the case, it is going to yield us the formation of the corresponding alkyl halide. Let us say, for example, I am taking on with the process of iodination carried out in presence of red phosphorus. Now what happens? The OH is being replaced by I, and we will end up in the formation of CH3, CH2I. That means what's the name of this compound? We will end up in the formation of iodoethane. So this is our step number 1. Now we need to convert this iodoethane to butane, and higher alkane. That can be brought about by treating this iodoethane, which is an alkyl halide, to such molecules in presence of sodium in dry ether. Means we are carrying out the process of Wood's reaction. So like this, 2 NaI gets removed, then CH3, CH2 of one molecule of iodoethane will combine with the ethyl group of the second iodoethane, and this will happen in presence of dry ether. Therefore, we will end up in the formation of higher alkane. So CH3, CH2, CH2, CH3. All of them are linked by single covalently bonded carbon atoms. So therefore, we landed up in the formation of butane. So what is the process we carried out to obtain butane from iodoethane? As I already told you, the name of the reaction is Woods reaction. Woods reaction. What is this Woods reaction? Whenever two similar molecules of alkyl halides are treated with metallic sodium suspended in dry ether, it will always result in the formation of an higher alkane. That means we have carried on the process of ascent of series. So now by the second step we landed up in the formation of butane. What do we want actually? We want 2-butene. So let us try to convert thus obtained butane into its halide form. So let us treat butane CH3, CH2, CH2, CH3. As split and written, or else in a single step we can also write it as C4H10. So butane is subjected to the process of halogenation. Let me say I am carrying out the process of chlorination and to be done in presence of diffused sunlight. Halogenation, either chlorination, bromination, iodination, any of this can be carried out. For convenience, let us say we are carrying out the process of chlorination. Now what will happen? An hydrogen from here will be replaced by chlorine and it will get removed as HCl. So let us see what would be the name of the compound. CH3, CH2, CH, Cl, then CH3. So we landed up in the formation of 2-chlorobutane. 2-chlorobutane. Now this 2-chlorobutane, CH3, CH2, CH and CH3. Hydrogen from this carbon atom only has got removed as HCl. In that place, Cl has got added. So this 2-chlorobutane is further subjected to dehydrohalogenation by treating it with alcoholic potash. Please remember, alcoholic potash is a dehydrohalogenating agent. What is this dehydrohalogenation? It is the process of removal of an hydrogen halide from an alkyl halide by treating the mixture with alcoholic potash. So let us see what happens. This K will combine with Cl, goes out as KCl. Hydrogen from this carbon, one hydrogen from this carbon will react with OH part of alcoholic potash and goes out as water. Therefore, we land up in the formation of CH3, CH, because one hydrogen has gone out with OH as water. Then again the CH, because the Cl has also gone out with K as KCl. So therefore CH. Now they both get linked by double covalent bond and then CH3 in the chain remains intact. So therefore we landed up in the formation of 2-butene or but2ene. So it has taken us 4 steps to convert ethanol to 2-butene. Let me just go through quick repetition of all of the steps. Ethanol, whose molecular formula goes like this, CH3CH2OH, is converted into haloethane. Haloethane that can be carried out either with iodination in presence of red phosphorus, or else we can also treat it with hydrogen halide. Either of the case will yield us iodoethane or a haloethane. This is then subjected to Woods reaction Two such similar molecules of alkyl halide, that is iodoethane in this case, is treated with metallic sodium in presence of dry ether. Ascent of series takes place, resulting in the formation of butane. In the next step, the butane is subjected to the process of chlorination in presence of diffused sunlight, which will land us up in the formation of 2-chlorobutane. 2-chlorobutane, which is an alkyl halide, is subjected to dehydrohalogenation with treatment with alcoholic potash. So therefore we will end up in the formation of 2-butene or butene.